Hello and welcome back. I'm Mr. Burke. Today we're going to look at doing an orthographic drawing and the very basics of what an orthographic drawing is. So an orthographic drawing is a way of showing a three-dimensional shape in its 2D sides or its 2D projections. So essentially it's like taking a 3D shape much like this, and rather than drawing it in 3D, drawing it in 2D, but we need to show its three different projections, its three different sides, if you like. So we have our front elevation, which will be this side looking straight in here. Our end elevation, if we're looking straight at this side, much like that. And its plan, which is looking straight down on top of it. Okay, and seeing this view. So there's a few little symbols we'll need to get used to. We in the UK use what we call the third angle projection symbol, and you'll see it like this. It'll be a little circle, and there'll be what looks like a little triangle with its head chopped off, and then a center line going down it. Okay, that is the first angle projection first. The other symbol you might see is what we call the third angle projection, which is actually what we use in Ireland, and they use it a bit in America as well. Again, much like this. This is my center line going down it. So this is third angle projection. This is what we will commonly see. First angle projection. Okay, what it means is this is, I should have the other circle there and the other circle there. So what it is this small circle here is this line here. This is essentially a cone with the top chopped off of it. So if you look straight in at this side, you will see this circle here followed by this circle down here in this view, and you will see it at this side. The right side is on the right, the left side is on the left. Where in third angle, we look through it. So we look through that way and we see it projected behind it, okay? So we would see this one here and this one here. But again, we're going to focus mainly on first angle. So if I was to draw this three-dimensional shape in an orthographic view, I would do as such. I would draw this, what we call our front elevation. Now, I'm using graph paper for this, and I'm using a marker, so we'll see it a bit better on the camera. So looking straight down on top of this, we would see this shape. Let me put that there. I'm not going to do this to scale. That is what we see if we look straight down on top of this. We see that view there, which we call our front elevation. Now, if we look straight in at this side, we would see this shape out here. Okay, and what we would see is just this square and just this square. This stays the same, so it projects out in the exact same way. So the height of it does not change. The dimensions of it do not change. For example, my fingers there is a certain dimension. As I turn it, the dimension hasn't changed. Okay, it stays the exact same. So I've projected out those lines there. That is the edge of it. That is the other edge of it. This is what I see, what I call my end elevation and front elevation. Okay, when I look straight in here, all I see is that L shape. I don't see this surface here because I'm looking straight across it. I see this right side here on the right. Now I could also project this view here out here, but I won't really see anything. Now, the final one is I see the plan. The plan is if we look straight down on top of it, and I would see it projected up here. Again, it stays in line. These views all link to each other. If they don't link to each other, they don't really mean anything. So right here, I would get that. And I actually already know the distance of it. It is this here, which I can measure or count out my cubes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is the plan. So that is the very basic of an orthographic drawing. It is this 3D shape drawn in three views, three projections, okay? Our front elevation, our end elevation, and our plan. And these all link together. The plan is directly above the front elevation. The end view is straight across from the front elevation. So they link together. They're not randomly up here around the page. If I was to draw a plan up here of that, it doesn't relate to anything over here. Or if I was to draw my end elevation here, it doesn't relate to us. Everything relates in our first angle. It gets projected over from it. Okay, that is the very basics of orthographic drawing.